because now I would like to see you the financial situation of retailers. So are you ready to continue? No, no answers. Can you hear me? Can we continue? Can we go on, please? I need the answers for you, from you. Can we go ahead?
I'm sorry. I think you cannot see the answers.
Maybe. Yeah. So I can't see the answers, obviously. No, but you can talk, so it's no problem. So I will go on. And now I will show you the financial situation. And that's good because the financial situation has improved compared to the last time. Mostly the gross contribution has improved. So this is a great improvement. You can see you have both retailers have improved margins, both retailer 2 and retailer 1. So the margins have really grown quite fast, and I do appreciate that you have learned from the past. This is for Foodles, and this is for Voodles. In Voodles, the difference is very small. In Foodles, the difference is bigger, but still, the development is very good. And the same we can see in the net contribution development. So the net contribution has improved as well, mainly for retailer 2. So here you can see there is a difference between retailer 1 and retailer 2, because retailer 2 has much bigger net contribution here. It's also linked to the gross contribution, definitely. So this is Voodles, this is Voodles, and this is total. So this is the situation there. And finally, I can show you the EVA, which is just here. And it's good because the EVA is already positive. Last period, you had both negative EVA, and now you both retailers have a positive EVA. Retailer 2 is doing better. Retailer 1 is doing worse here in this situation. It's mainly the situation in Voodles. In Voodles, it's much more balanced. So this is Voodles, and this is Foodles. So that's what it is. I can even show you more details because it's interesting to see, for example, the capital employed. So let's see the inventories. And the inventories are still quite high. So this is the total situation of the inventories. And here you can see that retailer 2 has still quite high inventories. So there is still a space for improvement. Foodles and Voodles, both, in both areas. And this is the whole market. But you have improved a lot the payables and receivables. So basically you have increased payables in such a way, which is a great improvement because you have basically extended your payment terms, which I recommended to. So this is good for retailers and not so good for manufacturers, but retailers have profited from this situation. So this is a very good development for the retailers. And I can even show you the manufacturer support, which means how much money you have received from manufacturers. and this is the total. So you can see that retailer 2 has received slightly more than retailer 1. So this is the money you have collected from manufacturers, mainly in the form of quantity discounts. This was mainly quantity discounts. I have checked it, and you have received mainly the quantity discounts. You didn't get money like for listing fees, shelf space extensions, etc. So mainly quantity discounts, which is quite a good development as well here. So this is basically the situation of retailers. I can even show you the final scores mainly, if you would like to see it. So let's see the final scores for retailers. So currently, the market share is 47% for retailer 1 and 44% for retailer 2. EVA is mine still, this is the cumulated including period 1 and period 2 is minus 2,746 for retailer 1 and plus 2,120 for retailer 2, which means that retailer 1 has 65 points and retailer 2 has 97 points. So the winner now is retailer 2, but still it's all affected by the negative EVA from the last period. So you have a great space for improvement, and still there is a big opportunity to change the situation, and the development can be very interesting so far. So that's basically for the retailers. If you have any questions concerning the retailers, you can ask using the microphone, you can text me, so it's up to you. Are there any questions so far? Are there any questions, or shall I go on? Just let me know.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Which target group is more important in long run, like price sensitive or quality sensitive, or there is no difference?
Well, there is a difference. Basically, I think based on my experience, the biggest market segment is the price sensitives, and the quality shoppers are a little bit smaller. So if you want to really win the game, you need to have the price sensitives mostly. But of course, you can also dominate the quality shoppers as well. But these are not so big, basically.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so now I will continue with the manufacturers. Here development is quite, I would say, even boring. It's not nothing dramatic. When I start with Mindspace, you can see the Mindspace here. This is the Mindspace for Foodles. It basically reflects the advertising mainly. That's about advertising, nothing more. Maybe a little bit shelf space. So here you can see that manufacturer 1 is like the most important here. In Woodles, it's very well balanced. So there are no like big differences. Because you haven't changed your spendings on advertising significantly, so that's why. So definitely there are no big changes, and it basically reflects, as I have said, the spendings on advertising. Shelf space is a little bit more important, I would say, and here you can see some changes already. In the shelf space, it looks like manufacturer 2 has lost a lot of shelf space in Foodles. in Foodles. And at the same time, retailer 1 has grown in the shelf space. What does it mean? It means retailer 1 has extended the shelf space of the private labels. That's about private labels. And manufacturer 3 and 1 have the biggest shelf space. In Voodoo's, this is Voodoo's, the situation is slightly different. In Voodoo's, retailers have slightly smaller shelf space, private labels, and manufacturer 1 has the biggest share, followed by manufacturer 2 and manufacturer 3. But that's just shelf space. And now we need to see the market share. That's what counts, market share. And this is the market share. But this is Voodoo's. So first let's see all. This is the both markets. And here you can see there are almost no differences, because manufacturer 1 has 29.8, manufacturer 3 the same, 29.8, and manufacturer 2 29.4. So you are all the same. You have all manufacturers, you have all the same market share in total. And private labels are going down, and manufacturer 4 has 0 market share. This is outstanding. I'm happy for this situation, and it looks like there is no winner in the market share. You all are doing a good job. If you look at Foodles, it's a little bit more different. Here it's about manufacturer 3. And in Voodoo's, it's about manufacturer 2, you can see a little bit. So these are the differences. And the question is, have you earned some money? Of course, you have, because I can show you the gross contribution. First of all, this is the whole, the gross contribution as a whole. Here, manufacturer 2 is doing the best, manufacturer 3 the worst, but the differences are not that big, and it definitely reflects the discounts, because you have provided already some discounts to retailers. But still, you have managed to grow. This is Foodles. Here, manufacturer 3 has a little bit dropped, and Voodoo's. Here, manufacturer 1 has a little bit dropped, and it reflects basically the margins, discounts. Then I can show you the net contribution. Which, firstly, for both markets, so this is the whole, let's say for both markets, Foodles and Voodoo's. Here, manufacturer 2 is the only growing, and manufacturers 1 and 3 are a little bit losing, but it reflects basically the discounts. It reflects your advertising spendings, etc. So I think this development is still all right. If you look at Foodles, it looks like this. And in Voodoo's, it looks like this, so it's a little bit less. So obviously, in the market, you have paid some money to the retailers, but otherwise the development is still all right. And if we look at EVA, the cumulated EVA, you keep on growing. In EVA, you keep on growing, and at this time, it's manufacturer 1 having the best EVA, followed by 2, and manufacturer 3 being the last. But you can see the differences are very small, and still, it can be anybody who can win the game. So this is for Foodles. This is Foodles. In Foodles, it's manufacturer 3 the best. The other way around. And in Voodoo's, it's manufacturer 1 being the best. So these are the differences. but it's good that you are growing, definitely. I can also show you how much you have spent on advertising. This is how much you have spent on advertising. This is Voodoo's. So the differences seem to be big, but they are not. The differences are small. So we are spending about the same money. This is for Voodoo's, the same, no differences, basically. And if we take all spendings on advertising, it's about like 6,000 for manufacturer 1 and 2 and 5,000 for manufacturer 3. So
I'm sorry, can I ask, please?
of course.
Does this take into account like the marketing that we do together with retailers or not?
No. This is just the spending on advertising which you make in your decision.
Okay.
I will show you the spending on marketing with retailers now, because it's mentioned here. Trade expenses and total push. That's what you have spent with retailers, basically. Because actually, from the marketing perspective, there are like two ways how to promote your products. The first is called pull. It means that you pull the sales. That's advertising, because when you advertise in media, like on television and so on, you pull the sales because the consumers increase the awareness and they go to the shops and buy the products. And the push is the other side, because you spend the money on retailers and retailers make discounts and they push the products from the other side, not like from the consumer side, but from the retailer side. So once again, push is from the retailers, quantity discounts, shelf space extensions, let's say POS activities, that's all push. But pull, that's brand advertising. Is it clear enough? That's the marketing, basically. That's the marketing issue already. And here we have Voodoo's, and here we have Voodoo's. And this is all. I can even show you the details here. Yes, it's about quantity discounts mainly, because I have looked also at your negotiation forms, and you have mainly used the quantity discounts. So for the next time, you can even think about some payments for the shelf space extension. You can think about price promotions payments, but it's up to you. And don't forget maybe to spend even more money on POS. That would be also, you have made it, but not all of you. So this would be also the way. So this is for Voodoo's, this is for Voodoo's. And maybe I can show you also your fixed capital, because you can learn from that a little bit. So the total capital employed, this is the total capital employed for all markets, for all Voodoo's and for Voodoo's and Voodoo's. And it includes your stock, receivables, etc. So this is like in total. And finally, let's see the stock. This is the stock. So be careful, because it looks like mainly manufacturers 1 and 3 have a lot of inventories. So this is something which should be handled and controlled in the next period, in my opinion. And it's mainly in Voodoo's. So this is mainly in Voodoo's, because in Voodoo's, it's just for manufacturer 1, but basically we can say it's in both. So be careful about your stock. And what else? Yeah, I can show you inventories, property and land. You can't control that. Receivables. This is important, but it's not. I understand it, because You have extended the payment terms with the retailers, and this is the effect. So basically the problem which was on the side of retailers in the last period has moved to the side of manufacturers. So now you have very high receivables, which means you have high fixed costs also. But at the same time, you have controlled the situation very well because you still are able to have positive EVA. So next time, try to negotiate and try to find a good balance of the payment terms, because this can be reduced. But if you want to reduce this, you need to push retailers, and then the problem will move to retailers again. So this is this is about negotiation mainly. So basically, that's briefly about a situation. I can even show you the final scores. So the first criterion is the market share. So it's almost the same for everybody. Manufacturer 3 and 1 have the same. Manufacturer 2 has a little bit less, but it's nothing. EVA, very well balanced. Manufacturer 1 has the highest. Manufacturer 2 is the second. Manufacturer 3 is the third. And here we have the final scores. So it looks like now the winner is manufacturer 1, followed by manufacturer 2, and manufacturer 3 is the last. But as you can see, the differences are just 0. So it's amazing. I have maybe never seen such marginal and small differences between manufacturers. So you are absolutely balanced. So it will be interesting to see the game continuation. Basically, so that was briefly what I wanted to show you. If you want to see anything else, just let me know. If you have any questions, if you would like to see anything, just you can ask me questions using microphones. No problem. So are there any questions? Yeah, I can see the question. What is the EVA affected by mostly? You know, the EVA is the final profit. That's the final profit, and it's affected by everything. In my opinion, firstly, it's affected by the gross contribution. It means by margins. And how can you influence the margins? By prices, by setting the prices and by setting the discounts. Then it's affected by promotions, by payments to retailers, let's say, by advertising. It's also affected by the stock you have. It's affected by payables and receivables. So it's pretty much influenced by everything, the EVA. And you can see the EVA calculation in your report, and I will send you the reports. I will send you all the reports during today or tomorrow. So that's my goal, to send you the reports as soon as possible so that you can have a look at them. And also, what I would like to do, we can have a plan. Let's make a plan, and let's do it like this. You can go through your reports, and you should get ready for another negotiation. So let's make the negotiation ready by Wednesday next week. And then if you have any questions concerning the negotiations, you can ask me next Thursday at this time. And then we can take another week for the decision. So let's take 2 weeks. So 1 week for negotiation and another week for decision number 3. So I will give you the feedback on your third decision in 2 weeks. So let's say next week you will negotiate. You can ask me questions, whatever you have, and after that you will take another week for your decision. and I will give you my feedback on the third decision in 2 weeks. So now you have 2 weeks for negotiation and for making the decision, because it's better, it's more comfortable for you, I guess. Do you agree to make it in this way? Yeah, so the idea is to send you, I will send you the data today, tomorrow, because I'm still at work today, so I would like to make it maybe in the evening or tomorrow, and then 1 week for negotiation and another week for the decision, and then of course you will get a feedback, and we still have time enough for making the fourth decision, and it will go very well, I think. So you have already learned quite a lot, and I really do appreciate that. So that's what I wanted to tell you now. So if there are no questions, I can still answer any question, of course. If there are no questions, we can finish for today, and you can think about your decision, your negotiation now, and I will try to send you all the reports as soon as possible, and you can work on that. So if you have any questions. Yes, so how the exam will work? That's a good question. The first point is I need to think about how to make the midterm test, because the midterm test should be about calculation exercises, and I don't know if I can do it online. If we can do it online, then we can have it online by the end of April. And then concerning the final test, it's going to be online for sure. But again, we need to think about how to make it. So I believe in one week or two, I should be able to tell you. But so far, let's wait, and don't be stressed about it, because I need to do it somehow. But I think it's in my hands. So whatever I decide should be approved. So I don't need any confirmation from anybody. So if I decide to make it this way, or only one test or something, it should be all right. But still, I would like to make one calculation exercises test and one theory test. And concerning the theory test, I think it should be feasible and doable in a way that I will give you 5 open questions, or 6 or 7 open questions. You will have a limited time, and you will have to answer online using your own words, and you will